This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Hello.
Hello, Tracy. This is Truman the Herbalist.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Tracy?
Good. Thank you for calling me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How can I be helpful?
Well, my cousin had been talking to me about doing some probiotics for my infant, but I wasn't sure how soon I could start that. He's 5 months old, or 5 weeks old, sorry.
Five weeks.
So,
Yeah. Well, you'd want to get an infant formula, and it's going to state on there how soon you can give that to an infant. And if I recall, it's something like about 3 months.
okay.
Somewhere in there. So be sure and read the label, and if it's something you'd like us to get for you, is get an infant acidophilus probiotic formulation. We're glad to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you guys had it or what, so.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, just give them a call there and ask them if they can give you the information on what the price would be and how soon that they could get it and bring it in for you. And that way, when baby is ready and you're ready, then we'll be ready too.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, Tracy. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, let's call Norma.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Norma. This is Truman the Herbalist.
Oh, hi, Truman.
Hi, Norma. How are you?
Good. I hate to have you call on an evening like this because I know it's your home time.
Well, no. Well, my time is always for the Lord, and so I'm serving the Lord, so I'm right on time.
Oh, I want to tell you, as a Christian sister, I love you. I have been not feeling good for months, and I knew what an antibiotic had done. But I want you to know that acidophilus worked within a week, and I am feeling so much better.
Oh, Norma, I'm so happy, and it's so kind of you to give me a call back and let me know that it worked for you. A lot of times I help people, and I never hear from them again. Well, not maybe it's 3 months or 6.
It got sick, and I know it's this antibiotic thing that had triggered it years ago. But
Yeah.
I am feeling so much better, and I
Wonderful.
tell people too now about this. But Truman, I have a question to ask you.
Yes, what is your question?
I have a couple friends, and myself has macular degeneration. What do you have good for that? Or can you tell me, is this stem cell research, is there anything good about it?
Yeah, there's a lot of things they can do with stem cells, and there's a great deal of hope to be had for those who need stem cell therapy, and it's rather new that it's even those kinds of products are available. So, but it's something that you should look into and find out more. If it fits for you, if it's a right fit for you. But let's take a look at eye disorders. And when we're talking about eye disorders, let me just go over here and get another. I need to get one more. There we go. I need to bring something up on the computer here. Some eye research.
And I know one of the little girls said on the phone today, you have something like an eye bright, but I just don't know if that's strong enough. I have some eye bright with the cayenne and so forth in it, and I just didn't know that it helped a lot. But if I can just kind of keep my eyes and my friends so that they don't get any worse until something comes along. But I had heard where this stem cell research was really kind of up and coming, and it was working, and I thought, well, maybe you would know something about it.
It's kind of new for the results and so forth, but however, it might be something that you could look into. The main nutrients for macular degeneration and other eye problems, and of course, I'm not prescribing or diagnosing. We're just talking about this because we're talking about foods, and you know that. Okay.
Okay, and I got a pen here. I'm going to write down anything you tell me then. Bilberry,
Bilberry.
Is that the number one thing you should look to then?
That's one of the things that you should look to, is that bilberry. We make a bilberry a liquid tincture extract. Bilberries themselves, bilberry fruit is going to be excellent for eye health. The other number two eye nutrient, excuse me, is lutein.
Okay, lutein. Okay.
Yeah, Lutein.
Okay, I wrote that down.
And then,
and what do you have in that? Do you have?
We have lutein. We have bilberry.
Okay.
And the other one is ginkgo biloba, because it brings circulation to the eyes and to the brain and to the head.
Oh, okay.
And then there is something called zeaxanthin. Zeaxanthin.
I've heard of that too. Okay, I wrote that down.
Those are the main things.
Okay.
However,
all right. And so this bilberry tincture, I can get that through you?
Yes.
Now what about lutein, or does that
just
come in a?
Yeah, we have that as well. We have that as well.
Okay.
So those are some things that you want to get into the diet to make sure and improve your eye health with nutrition as much as possible. And did you give me an email address before?
No, I didn't. I don't have a computer.
Oh, that's right, because I was going to send you a complete report on all of this.
Oh, okay. But, that's nice of you. But you know what? The girls are real helpful, and
yes.
I've written these things down, and I think that's the way I'm going to go, with these items now until I hear of something,
Okay.
There is somebody in Arizona that does the stem cell, and I wasn't for sure. You get a letter and you hear about these things, and then you wonder, ooh, is it
real? And are they real, and are they competent? And yes, and those are good, solid questions to ask.
The letter just didn't really kind of make me feel like it was, So if there was no letterhead or anything. And
that's bad.
$600.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
No letterhead, no telephones, no credibility. No, it's got to be somebody who's transparent. So here's the thing about that eye formula. The eye formula that you have there, does it have eye bright and bayberry bark and passion flower and golden seal and cayenne, and it has bilberry fruit and bilberry leaf, and that formula is the original Dr. Christopher Stan Malmstrom formulations that were made in the 60s and 70s back there in Utah. And then later on, we found that they didn't have bilberry fruit and bilberry leaf in there, so we added that. And so now it's a more complete formulation. Then the other thing is that if you'll take that formulation, you can take it internally, and you take as much as a half a teaspoon 3 times a day. And then if you wanted to use that formula externally, the FDA says you are not supposed to put anything in your eye, not even water, because it's only a sterile solution should go into your eyes. And that's why they made me pour it down the drain, because I had a formula where I had used that exact formula that I just gave you, that's still available, and it's number 1034.
Wait, number
1034.
Okay.
Number 1034, and
okay.
and they made me pour it down the drain. But what they don't know is that you can take that internal formula that I have, and you can you can take like about 3 drops and put it in an eye cup. And if that's not strong enough, you can go up to maybe, some people use about 6 drops or more, not much more, because it's going to be a little bit warm on the eyes. But what this does is when you add a little raw honey, then you've got all the enzymes. And so the raw honey, so that's why you put 3 to 6 drops of that, and then you put maybe 3 or 4 or 5 drops of raw honey in there, and you stir it all up until it dissolves, and then it's in an eye cup, or like a shot glass.
Sure.
And you hold that up, and you've used colloidal silver water as a base if you can. Otherwise,
the colloidal silver won't hurt the eye if some of that water either.
Not at all. It won't hurt the eye. Will kill any kind of an infection in the eye, by the way. Even if it's a virus, fungus, bacteria, it's a disinfectant.
I didn't know that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I bought a couple more. I got 3 units of your little colloidal silver generators, or whatever they are.
Perfect.
And I sure am doing for friends, and all my Christian friends, I can do these things and give them as a gift.
What a blessing.
But I want to ask you this then. Now, this formula that you have,
yes,
does it come in a bottle of a liquid, or
yes,
is
it's a
tablet or something?
It's a liquid. It's a liquid all ready to go, and it's number 10, and it says right on the label, it says eye disorders. Now, it's telling you to take it internally. It's not telling you to take it externally, because the FDA says we shouldn't. However, people have for decades, with tremendous results, what they found, people that did use that formula for the eyes and did put that raw honey in there, they would hold that up to the eye and look up and down and back and forth for maybe 15-20 seconds, and then give your eye a break and do the other eye.
Okay.
And what they found is within a day or 2 or 3, all of a sudden gunk was coming out of their eyes, and they'd call me up and they would say, "What is going on? All this stuff is coming out of my eyes." And I tell them, "That's good." And they say, "Good? How can it be good?" And I said, "Because that's getting all the junk out of there, and it's draining all the junk out of your eyes, and it's going to contribute to your eye health." And then
I have a question then to ask you.
Yes.
In some eye bright I got, I don't know, from Vitacost or someone, and it had cayenne pepper in it. And somebody said, take and put that in your eye, but you know that burned it. Is that too harsh on it?
If for some people it is, and that's why we have it in a formulation where there's a small amount of cayenne, and you got to start with 1 drop or 2 drops. Find out whether it's. All we want to do is stimulate the eye. We don't want to, and it won't burn it anyway. Actually, there's some herbalists, including Dr. Christopher, who would take cayenne pepper and take a handful of it and throw it right in their eyes just to prove to people it does not burn tissue. It just feels like it.
So then that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, then tomorrow I'll order this, and I've got a couple other friends that have this eye problem. Mine isn't so bad yet, but I just want to take care of my eyes, you know, to keep it from getting any worse.
Yes.
So.
Now, and when you do order that, ask them to print out the eye report and send it to you, because you don't have a computer.
Okay.
Then you can have all that eye information.
Oh, okay. The printout on it. Okay.
Yeah, ask them to send that to you. They'll do that for you because they're nice.
Those girls, I'll tell you, are just precious. They've been so nice to me. And I'm glad I got back to buying again from you. Especially, I know you're a Christian, but I have somebody. Now, I want to ask you this then, Truman. My one friend, her eye that's got an eye problem, and she's got it pretty bad, but she had strokes behind her eyes. And something about the blood vessels or something, there's a problem. Can she use this too?
Yes, as a matter of fact, see, those blood vessels are probably hemorrhaging and so forth, and this is going to stop the hemorrhaging.
It will.
And see, what happens is somewhere between, what we're going to tell you there was that somewhere between 60 and 90 days, cataracts fall off.
Really?
It pulls so much junk out of the eyes, and you're done. The eyes are all cleaned out in about 4 or 5 days, probably a week. Then you're done cleaning. The eyes will stop cleaning out because they're done. And that is going to really help with macular degeneration because it's going to take the pressure off the eyes.
I see that. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this will be exciting. I will explain this then to her too. But I've got a couple other people. But you know what, Truman? I know there's a lot of vitamins on the market, and I know there's a lot of good ones. But you know, I'd rather go the way of herbs. I just feel better about it.
Yeah, as much as possible, staying with the herbs, but also taking vitamins, various supplements. That, you know, for instance, we have that the supplement called, it's a multiple vitamin called Intramax. Have you heard of Intramax?
No, I'm going to write this down. Okay.
Yeah, now that's something that you did see. Here it is. It's a doctor's only, but guess what? I make sure everybody gets it who wants it. And it's got over 400 individual nutrients in it, more than any other liquid vitamin on the market, and it's all plants. None of it's synthetic.
Is that right? So, you know, a lot of times a person, you've got to take your vitamin, you know, go by the vitamin D and you add that to the C and all this and that. Does this have kind of everything you really need in it then?
They say that it does. However, so I take it. And I take a half of a capful in the morning and a half of a capful at night. But I also I'm just so used to taking a lot of vitamin C extra, so I'm taking a lot of extra vitamin C. I'm taking extra vitamin E. I'm taking calcium, magnesium. I'm taking a lot of extra nutrients just because I've always done that. I've always taken massive doses of nutrients, and it's done me so well, I don't want to quit.
Oh, I know.
You know, I mean, if I'm not broken, I'm not going to fix it.
That's right.
So I'm not broken, and I'm fortunate.
That a big heart doctor in Grand Island, he was from India, and I'm sure he was quite good. But you know what? At one time, well, this has been 15, 20 years ago, I was really sick, and I'd be going in for, my heart would one time got up to 185 beats a minute, and
wow.
You know what? But every time I went in, I didn't know, but in that bag above me, was magnesium. And you know what? There was a doctor in Denver. He was a surgeon, but he was also a natural doctor, and put me on that simple thing of magnesium. And you know what? I'm telling you, Truman, when I went on that, my heart has beat like a baby, and this has been 15 years ago.
Bingo. Yeah. So that's there's just certain things, if you tried the the Intra Max,
Okay.
and got a 1 month supply of it, all it's going to do is give you a broad spectrum plant nutrients that you never could have gotten before. That it's the best high tech multiple vitamin you can get.
And that's in the liquid.
In the liquid. However, I would watch your other intake levels, and I would still add supplements of certain things if you felt like they agreed with you. Extra vitamin C, whatever, I would still do it.
Okay, I will, because I do have.
Good.
I don't know. It's pure encapsulations. That's a doctor's formula. It's supposed to be, but it's got high C in it, and then the calcium and magnesium, and I think there's phosphorus in it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I stick with that because, Truman, I don't ever want to get my heart to flipping out like it did.
Yeah, no,
That's miserable.
Yeah, when you've got something and it's working, stay with it, and then we'll take a look at other things. Probably the Intramax will even help the eyesight, because it's got all these over 400 nutrients. It's got nutrients for the eyes. It's got lutein and zeaxanthin and other nutrients in natural forms in it. So
well, I tell you what, I've written all this down, and I'm gonna before I go to bed, I'm gonna call this other lady and tell her how good these products are for her, since she has a stroke in her eyes. But so I should emphasize with her, it's a stimulation. Is that what she's needing? Is a stimulation of the nerves, or what word did you use for that?
What are you talking about? The eyes?
Yeah, the eyes behind the stroke, and she said something about it's not the veins, but something in there. Yeah,
capillaries, whatever in the eye. That cayenne is going to heal them.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, what a lot of people don't understand about cayenne pepper is if you have an ulcer and you take like a level teaspoon of 40 BTU cayenne and you put it into half a cup of apple juice or very warm tea, stir it up and drink it down, that will heal the ulcer, and instead of, you think, well, it's going to burn my ulcer, but it doesn't. It seals it and closes it and heals the ulcer up.
And you know what? I believe that true. I think somebody one time said that, and I truly believe that it would. Wouldn't that bring the blood to? I always think
it balances blood pressure.
God, you know what? If you can get your blood circulating,
oh yeah, it's a stimulant.
It's the healing part of the body.
It's a nutritional stimulant that is stronger than coffee. Where coffee gives you the jitters, this just gives you energy. But you don't want to, be taking teaspoons of cayenne all day long. And besides that, it's going to be maybe a little bit tough on the stomach, and it certainly is going to be a bit hot going in and a bit hot going out. So we have to. Look, the other thing, ginger cools it down.
And I really appreciate you calling, but I'm going to call in the morning and with the girls, and I'll go ahead and get that. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to visit with my friend tonight and tell her about it too. But you know what? God bless you for helping.
God bless you, Norma. I love you. God loves you. Bye for now.
I know it, and I just pray that God blesses your ministry and your business, and He will.
Yes, I know He does.
But anyway, I wish I lived close out there. I'd go to your church. Anyway,
okay.
Thank you, Truman, for calling. Bless you. And,
bless you.
And I'll be calling the girls because I'll probably get my acidophilus renewed too. I'm real impressed with that half a teaspoon I'm taking about 3 times a day. I know good and well that the bowel area is just starting to work, and you know what? I've gone months just trying to take a laxative thing, and it didn't work, so.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you again.
Okay, thank you, Norma. God bless you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye, dear.
Wow, nice call. I'm talking to Norma there. I think that's all for now. We're gonna stop and take a break for a while, but we'll just keep coming back whenever people need me. I'll come back here and we'll broadcast it and record it and save it and share it. God bless you. Bye for now.